Hello, students, and welcome to our last class lesson on contextualization. Course number PAS 402, 702, and 902. I am your teacher, Udechi Chukwu. And the topic of our lesson for today is breaking cross-cultural barriers in the gospel communication through contextualization. How would you break cross-cultural barriers with the gospel if not by contextualization of the gospel message? What kind of contextualization will clarify the gospel message to people in their own culture? At the end of this lesson, every student will be able to identify cross-cultural obstacles and different communication barriers that seek to inhibit the propagation of the gospel message. 2, every student will be able to know how to overcome cross-cultural barriers through contextualization. Prior to my visit to the Holy Land, Israel, in 2008, just like many people who have not been able to visit Israel, I used to feel like going to Jerusalem is going to heaven. Same thing to most of the people who have not been able to visit America. Believe it or not, when the name Jerusalem is mentioned, or when the name America is mentioned, there is this image that forms in the heads of people, false image, if you will, that apparently indicates that everybody in America is rich. False image. With such image in your head, how would you break cross-cultural barriers to effectively communicate your message to the people in American culture? That's where contextualization comes in. That means you must understand that words creates images or paints pictures in the mind of your hearers. And your audience will interpret and assign meanings to what they heard from you with what the words means to them in their own culture. For example, you come from Africa with your message of breakthrough, next level, generational curses, die by fire and die by force. Or you begin to tell them about how God hates divorce. The people in this culture may not identify with your message. You must understand that people from different cultures have different stories and images behind the words that you may be using for your audience. Some words with positive meaning in your own culture may have negative connotations in another culture. Understand that there may be stories you need to know that are behind the names that you are using. Names like Cain, Delilah, Zacchaeus, Judas, Kamano, Ehud. There are stories behind these names, and you need to know them. In contextualization, there is the need for cultural awareness or being sensitive to cultural differences. Many messages have been lost in delivery due to lack of contextualization. You must stay true to the message of the Bible. The Bible has only one message. And every true message of the Bible revolves around that one message. And that one message is a message about one person. And that one person is Jesus Christ. When people claim to know the Bible with no personal relationship or experience with the person of the Bible, they are lost. In your assignment, you are required to discuss in 2 paragraphs of not less than 120 words Apostle Paul's encounter with the unknown God, or his cross-cultural missions that makes him to be sometimes a Jew and another time a Roman in relation to contextualization. Reference your response to Acts of the Apostles, chapter 17, verse 23, or 1 Corinthians, chapter 9, verse 20. Your assignment is due next Wednesday. Thank you.